We think this is like one of the best festivals in mainland Europe. Hands down, it's so beautiful. I mean, look at the people on the beach, camping in the woods. Always an amazing lineup.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
Because you guys are touring a lot, so I can imagine that at one point things just blur together, but somehow you still remember some of the stages.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, we love coming here.
Yeah, and Ellie, I know you also love to get into the audience sometimes, get close to the fans. Has it become harder for you over the years because you guys are becoming bigger and bigger and the fans maybe even a little bit more rowdy, or hasn't it changed at all?
No, not really, to be honest. I think every show is kind of different. You just got to kind of, I don't know, it's not always the best idea to jump in the crowd, but you kind of gauge if it's a good time. And yeah, I don't think it's changed throughout the years, really.
Are there certain signs that you know, okay, I think this stage or this fan base is safe?
Yeah, definitely. Like, and it's more as if they're having a good time, then I want to go and join in.
Yeah. Speaking of a good time, sometimes you have bands on stage and you can tell that they're not really having fun. And with you guys are always having, it seems like you guys are always having fun. Is that the case?
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, I'm sure not 100% of the time, but probably like 99.
Yeah.
And why is that, do you think?
Just because, like, I don't know, it's a blessing to be able to make tunes and then perform them on the stage to people who are hopefully having a good time. Not always, but that's just like really, that's amazing.
Yeah, and you guys, like a lot of other artists, you started out as like music fans first. And I love to know, like, what is a festival or a live experience that you guys have had with other musicians that really stuck with you and made you feel like, oh, I want to make my fans have the same feeling when I'm on stage?
It's a great question. I remember seeing Gallows playing at Reading in the lock-up tent.
I was there as well. We didn't know each other at the time.
You didn't?
No.
I think it's like, because I grew up in quite a rural place, that's one of the first times I saw like a professional, really hard rock band, and it just blew my mind. Yeah.
And
That festival was just a rite of passage for a certain age group in the UK, and so those years were very formative, and having that experience definitely influences you as you go on.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Because I love to know, what is a good show? What is a good live show in your opinion? What makes a good show a good show?
It's hard. I don't know.
It's hard to quantify. It's kind of like it's just a feeling, isn't
Like
it?
an energy, isn't it?
You can always tell almost about 3 seconds after we come off stage whether it's a good show. It really is a feeling, though. It's like you just kind of know it. I think that's what's probably so magical about it and so addictive about playing live, because you get this incredible otherworldly feeling when it's good.
And is it then like a thing that all of you know when it's a good show? That you only have to like look at each other?
There's
that
a couple
you, like,
things
When
where
it's a good show.
Yeah.
but that's like there is like an unwritten, unspoken thing where we know when something's good. It's kind of like in the studio as well. It's like we can there's like a bit of the chemistry thing, the magic bit. Yeah.
And speaking of magic, you just mentioned it, another world. Like festivals basically are like a small little world that is getting created, it's like stomped out of the ground. But I had to think about your songs, Delicious Things, where some people call like festivals hedonistic places, right? And I think in Delicious Things you also talk about how like hedonism can be a little bit difficult sometimes. What are your relationships to festivals in general?
Ooh.
Bit of everything. Yeah, a bit of everything.
I don't know. I think we all were proper festival goers and love going to music festivals. You always talk about when you first went to Glastonbury that you literally basically watched everything, right?
Yeah. I had to go to bed early every night because I just wore myself out running from stage to stage. Like, yeah, it was definitely kind of unparalleled experience. Your first festival, anyway. At any age, probably. Yeah.
Of course. Do you remember then the first time that you were playing at Glastonbury? Because that must have been
Oh my god!
Yeah.
right.
It was really.
so scary.
I think that's one of the most nervous I've ever been. Yeah. Oh my god. I always say this, but I really remember for the first time, like, I'd always heard this expression where people were nervous, like their knees knocked together. But I remember looking down, like, oh, my knees are actually knocking together. I mean, that.
It's real. It's not just a thing that people say.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time. And enjoy your show tonight. I will be there.
Oh.
See if you guys are jumping in the water or not.